Welcome to the city of TaCheng in China, on the border with Kazakhstan.
In today's episode, we get to see inside a real Xinjiang family home to taste the wonderful food and cakes.
You think this is apple? That's what they said, right? There's no way this is apple.
We see inside a factory pushing the limits of production, and we visit the China-Kazakhstan border, where we find at least one place where Russian goods are welcome.
You can see behind me there's barbed wire aplenty. This whole area is the border region between, as I've already said, China and Kazakhstan. We're near the city of TaCheng. This area is a land port called Baku, I guess Baku port. So a lot of goods coming out of China into Kazakhstan and then perhaps off into the other stans and maybe eventually going all the way into Western Europe. And of course goods also coming in the other direction. Now what they've got here, and this is unlike my other videos where we get to the gift shop, it's the end of the video. We're not at the end. We're not at the end of SMS. We're not at the end of the video yet. But this is a border town. Lots of trucks, goods and services. And so what they've done here is quite interesting. Ignore the barbed wire, may put you off your shopping, but here we've got almost like an outlets. So lots of goods apparently are in here, from foods to pottery to wine and so on, all in here. So we're going to take a look. What's interesting, guys, I'm filming this in 2024 and the world is a bit topsy-turvy right now, including in Russia and Ukraine, and a lot of countries have put an export ban on Russia. What does that mean? Well, it means that a lot of Russian goods have ended up in China. So apart from the Russian goods, I'm also expecting goods from Kazakhstan, Georgia, perhaps even Pakistan and all the other stans here in this sort of outlet area. And as I say, you can see Chinese and I think that's Russian, guys. I'm going to turn the camera around in a second and then hopefully any Russian speakers or readers can tell me what this says, but I'm guessing it's a translation of the Chinese. Let's go shopping. She just asked me if I was Russian. And I said no, I'm from Sichuan, China. 我说不是的，我是四川的。你不相信是吧？那你是哪里的呢？我四川的呀。你四川的？咋可能嘛？我四川的，你咋四川的？你不是四川？你四川哪里？哎，咋不回事呢？老家的。四川的。我也，你哪儿的？成都的。成都哪里的？哪个地方？成都大县。哦，大县哈。Thank you. Very nicely. That's funny. So I often like to make jokes saying I'm from Sichuan when people ask me where I'm from, because I can sort of speak the Sichuan dialect. But that woman really was from Sichuan. She was right to call me out. She said, "You're not from Sichuan." Hey, I like Sichuan. I've lived in Sichuan for a long time. I could be Sichuanese. Here we go. Guys, there's a lot of chocolate. It looks like a lot of Russian chocolate. 这是俄罗斯的吗？对，俄罗斯的。俄罗斯的。So a lot of Russian goods. Russia, exactly. A lot of Russian goods, drinks and so on. I think it's two-pronged really, guys. One, I think we're close obviously to the stans and former Soviet Union countries, aka Russia. Also, Xinjiang has a border, a very small border with Russia. And the other thing is we're at a time where a lot of Russian goods aren't going into Western Europe. If they ever did. So they're coming perhaps more into China and the stans, I guess. So it's a two-pronged attack on why there are so many Russian goods here. But it's interesting, and I suppose we're the beneficiaries of it if we can get some lovely Russian snacks. So I've never tried it. This is fun. This is American cookies, or cookies American style. Where are they made? Let's find out. Cookies American style, made in Poland. In Poland. Why not though? Polish American style cookies. Lovely jubbly. Oh, now this is Russian. This looks Russian. This is your chocolate. This is a chocolate. I think I might actually pick up some chocolate because I want to take some stuff for the children. So I get some chocolate in a little bit. But I want to bang this video out first. No, I don't mean it. I actually enjoy making these videos. Basically me walking around with a camera talking. It's not that difficult, is it? Guys, if you haven't already liked, subscribe, please do so. I do put a lot more effort in than just talking to camera. You know, there's getting to places, there's filming, there's getting my $100 chocolate, there's editing, there's uploading. There's actually quite a lot of work to it. So I do appreciate all of you guys' support. So please do keep supporting the channel. It really helps. I'm really going to try and make a push with YouTube and put out more videos, better content, better quality uploads, better editing, and make a real effort so that you guys can enjoy better content. I'm going to turn the camera around and see what else we have in the outlets. I can say this now I've got away from everyone. It's not that cheap, sort of 10 kwai for the chocolate. Yeah, it's not expensive, but I thought on the border, I thought there might be some tax breaks and or just cheaper. But 10 kwai seems sort of reasonable. Doesn't seem cheap. Do you know what I'm getting at? I think I'm still going to buy it. I do like chocolate, and I'm in need of presents. I'll be returning home in a few days, and you go back empty-handed from a trip such as this, a big Xinjiang trip. That's no good. So yeah, I better get something. Oh, this is fun. Little Russian soldiers. This is fun. This is fun. Do you see that, guys? That's fun. And we're coming up to Christmas. Oh no, now I've dated the video. Uh-oh. Apparently that's a big no-no on YouTube. You date the video. It means you're forced to edit and upload quickly. But I think I will. This is, in my opinion, a nice video, so I will get this up. Oh, here we go. Putin alcohol. There you go. This is nice. Our friend and your friend, Vladimir Putin. It's Siberian Spirit, organic. Wonderful. There you go. Might get this, actually. Could be a gift. 这个买多少钱呢？35，里面是什么酒呢？伏特加哈 ，vodka. But I want it for the sticker. I love it. I'm gonna get it actually. I'm very happy with this purchase. 3 for 100 kwai, so 3 for about 12 quid. I don't even care if the vodka's very nice, but I'm going to give American and British friends some Putin vodka. Seems entirely appropriate. A Chinese guy asked me, if you're not that keen on Vladimir Putin, why would you buy it? This is a British comedy. This is British humour. Yeah, I think British people understand this. You give a friend a Putin, a sort of flask of vodka with a picture of Putin on. It's very British humour. All right, what exactly did I buy? Let's see the haul. So first of all, I've got my Putin vodka flask, 3 of those. Lovely jubbly. And then the Sichuan lady, she was so nice. I'm going to support her. I bought some coconut sort of biscuity things, coconut wafers. I say support her. I will eat them, and or family or friends will eat them. Some chocolate versions as well. And then, of course, chocolate. I needed it. This, the Milka stuff, 10 kwai for a slab of that. I don't know what it would cost. Where's it made, this one? Obviously, it's a huge company, Mondelez. But I think this is probably made in Russia. Is this Russia one? Can't tell where it's from. Anyway, bought a few of these different flavours, including some orange ones. And then these, I forget what these are called, guys. Can anyone help me out? These are Russian dolls, maybe? A doll within a doll within a doll. This is at 50, got it for 30. I think a nice present for the girls. So, yeah, pretty happy with my haul, actually. Hello? They've run away. Guys, you've got to remember that we are on the border with Kazakhstan. Of course, we're still in China, but there are over 20 or perhaps even as many as 30 ethnic minorities here. So your Han Chinese, of course, are here. Your Uyghurs, of course. your Kazakhs, so they're Chinese, but they're Kazakh ethnic minority, and so many, in fact, all the stans and many more ethnic minorities are here. So you can hear the music in the background. Right now, we're in the sort of city centre of TaCheng, or to be honest, there isn't really a city centre of TaCheng. It's sort of really quite spread out. And we're in the shopping district. So let's see what there is to offer in the shopping district of TaCheng. The Bakatu Zhonghabian Minzu Hushe. It's a very old name, basically means an exchange and barter shopping centre. Let's go. This chocolate, I think, is cheaper than the chocolate we saw in the other place, right on the border. We're further into town, and this stuff is even cheaper. Who would have thought it? Getting the tourists going to the border. Although, to be honest, there weren't many tourists at the border, and by not many, I mean absolutely none. So what's happened right now is, obviously, the border here is used for transporting goods, products, and normally people, tourists or for whatever reason, can cross the border as well. But right now the Kazakh side is closed. Apparently they're refurbishing. It's what they always say, isn't it? When a business is closing down, they say it's refurbishing. I don't think Kazakhstan is closing down, so perhaps they really are refurbishing. And when that opens up, then you can cross the border like any normal land border. But for right now, it's closed. I'm recording this in late 2024, so October, November 2024. Guys, if the situation changes, yeah, look it up yourself, probably on the internet, rather than watch my YouTube video. But right now it is closed. Interesting stuff. I guess the normal people who live in TaCheng shop here. I guess they do, because this is not a tourist city, guys. We are off the beaten track. We are off the beaten track. But it is interesting walking around and seeing all this stuff. It's a real mix of sort of Eastern European and Chinese goods. I wonder how many are actually made in Eastern Europe and in the Stans, and how much are made in China and just given a sort of Russian-looking name. 56 RMB for those dollar chocolates. They look like sort of $100 bills, and some really quite beautiful looking chocolate in a sort of metal case. All Russian, I think. Perhaps Russian friends can tell me whether this chocolate is any good. Have you even heard of it, or is this just for export? Does Russia do export anymore? So yeah, cute, I think. So these really are all gifts. I do like chocolate, although I try not to eat too much. I think these are nice gifts. That's why I really care more about the packaging than I care about the actual chocolate.
China Xinjiang is only known for its grapes and walnuts, or is it? This is nuts, guys. If you can see behind me, hello. What's going in here? This is an assembly line for fiberglass. Every 24 hours, they produce 100 tons of fiberglass. 就在这里100吨. So it starts there, or here I should say, it starts here with this gentleman, and at the end of it, you get 100 tons of fiberglass in 24 hours. Absolutely crazy. This is really high technology stuff. It looks so simple. You put in a bit of plastic, you put in some raw materials, and with a bit of Mary Poppins magic, you get fiberglass. But this is incredible stuff. It's really high tech. And how many people are working on it? I've got one man on the computer system behind me, one man up down here, one man up there, one here and one there. So we've basically got, it's a team of like 5 or 6 people. 5 or 6 people over 24 hours producing 100 tons of fiberglass. It's a genuine wonder how people can compete with these Chinese companies. You know, it used to be the case many years ago that it was just people power, you know. Oh, starting to steam. Steam coming out. It's an incredible smell here. That's why you're encouraged to wear these masks. I think to protect our noses, well as our throats and mouths. What we're doing here is, of course, we're very close to the border, so a lot of trade is going through this area. What are they making here? Well, they're making tubes and tunnels, ready-made tunnels, ready-made tubes for construction, basically. For building, for factories, anything you can think of. PVC and also glass tubing, which I'd never heard of before. Sorry guys, I'm trying to be loud. There's a very loud factory floor. I'm amongst this assembly line. Can you believe this whole factory took only 100 days to assemble? It's a Hebei company, but we're here on the border with Kazakhstan. This is from the boss. Hello. 河北的吗？河北的哈，河北。然后主要做什么产品呢？做管子。
各种管道。
这些管道是用在哪里？
用在输水工程。
工程哈。
对，吊水工程。对，地下。
水管那些有吗？
地下水管。
So your pipes, your water pipes, and so on and so forth. 这主要是国内的还是出口用的？
出口也有，
出口也有哈。
主要是国内。
So originally, or mainly for the domestic market, but also for outside of China. 那为什么会选择这个地点吗？为什么会建一个工厂在这里呢？
选择这里呢，主要是服务疆内，可以做好，对，服务新疆，而且能做到东亚5国对外开放。
So one of the reasons why this factory is here is for two main reasons. One, to supply all of Xinjiang with the pipes and the tubes they need, but also being close to the border, or to Kazakhstan, or to Russia, and also the other countries. 好的，我们这里有多少员工呢？
目前是30多名员工
，30多个员工，然后一年的生产大概有
设计产能是2个亿。
2个亿 ，Wow, that's it's like 200 million 2个亿的公里吗？还是产值。So a lot. With only 30 employees, they can produce a lot of tubing and a lot of piping to be sold, to be used within Xinjiang and outside in the stans. You learn something every day. So the PE tubings, just combined with plastic, is actually made from oil. I know this because this Kunlun is a famous oil company here in China. They literally have petrol stations, gas stations around the country. So when I saw their logo, I asked the gentleman here, I said, so a lot of the products here are made from oil. Yeah, oil isn't just for cars. It's not just for gas, kerosene and petrol. It's used in a lot of plastics. Makes total sense, right? They're throwing sweets. They're throwing sweets everywhere. Look, we got sweets. Get the sweets. You got sweets. Look, they're throwing sweets all over the floor. This is Xinjiang, China, where the sweets are plentiful. They literally throw them away. This is the dancing costume for the Kazakh people. Remember, they're Chinese, but they're of the Kazakh minority. They're not from Kazakhstan. Well, perhaps originally many years ago, but they're Chinese from Kazakhstan. This is dancing, and this is for guests. Wonderful, beautiful. This is for also guests. Or holidays, festivals here.
这是我们就我们这个哈萨克族有利息，就是2家结婚时候亲家之后就穿
参加婚礼。And this is for going to weddings.
Yeah,
weddings. Wonderful. And this, in my culture, is when you're cold. This is a coat, and we wear this when we're cold. And in here, I'm fat because I have a lot of sweets, because they give you sweets in Xinjiang. Thank you very much, everybody. How do you say in Kazakhstan? 怎么说谢谢？ Rahmid. 那有点像 where are we? 有一点像 Rahmad from the Kazakhstan women of China. Thank you. Rahmad. 这个呢就是我们 方大面包。那不能吃甜的，这个是咸的，这个伞子是咸的。
Is it good?
It's very, very good.
那么喜欢咸口的呢，这
Come
个
to
是咸
China,
的。
come to Xinjiang, come to Ermine County and get some
这
wonderful
个呢，我们
cakes
是
and
里面是
breads,
加果酱的
including
我们叫它饺子，
bahali,
这是烤出来的饺子，
bahali,
也是一种点心。
bahali in my belly.
平时我们下在玻璃煮的呢是肉馅的，这个是。
It's interesting, yeah.
Since Xinjiang, I'm seriously concerned. Do they have jobs? They seem to just be singing and dancing every day. Very, very happy. And so am I. Oh. This is great. But do they work? Do they have jobs? Just singing and dancing all the time.
This is great. We're going to go into a local Xinjiang person's home, and a big home at that. So it's really quite interesting. The lady here has been very kind and showed us all her family pictures down here. And what's really remarkable, other than this family being incredibly remarkable, her two youngest daughters are incredible violinists, both in Beijing and in Urumqi. But also their family is really sort of mixed ethnicity. So their family comprises of 6 or 7 ethnicities. Remember, guys, we're in Xinjiang, in northwest China, near all the stans. So you're Kazakhstan, you're Uzbekistan, your Uyghurs, of course. And so they're mixed. And the family, this is her son-in-law, was also a family of sort of 4 ethnicities as well. So it's really incredible up here in northwest China. When you think of China, you think of a Chinese person, a traditional Han person, but there's so much more to China. There's 56 ethnic minorities in China. And here in Xinjiang, there are many, many ethnic minorities. What's great is they're all mixing together in peace and happy and harmony and in marriage.
You think this is apple? That's what they said, right? There's no way this is apple. This is lemon, 100%. It's got, I can't tell what it is. I think it's more lemon. It's delicious. It's got like glazing on, sugar glaze. It's absolutely delicious. This is a real feast. And to think we're still in China with all these wonderful cakes. It's incredible.
Right now we are
This apple strudel is right up there with the best I've had. Honestly, so delicious. Look, we're at a top table. We're on head table in British boarding school terms. We're at top table, and we're eating incredible cakes.
And the lady, she said she's like self-taught, but she didn't teach her daughters. Why? Remember, because they're violinists, and to protect their hands, they don't go in the kitchen. Instead, they play piano. This apple strudel is absolutely delicious.
Yasmin gave me this. She said especially. I didn't want it, but she forced it on me. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, this is delicious. I think there's some kind of raspberry. This is ridiculous. This is so good.
So good, huh?
It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, but in Xinjiang and with cake. It's amazing.